Why is Youthforia still being canceled? Why the company might not survive this mistake? Because again, mistakes do happen in business. I think it's because they didn't take accountability. They should have been up, the CEO should have come up and been like, damn, we really thought that this product was going to be amazing for our users and for our customers. And of course, everything that we do here at Youthforia, we have you in mind. And I'm so sorry as the leader of this company that I have led us astray. Let us make it up to you. Bam! And then fucking make it up to them. Hello, beautifuls. My name is Giselle, co-host of the Strong Sunflowers podcast and founder and CEO of the Create app, an app specially created for content creators just like you. So if that's you, make sure you follow us on Instagram. The app should be coming out in October, and I'm so excited to share this project with you guys. And today we're gonna be talking about accountability, not only in business, but in your own life. If that's something that you're into and you don't wanna get canceled like Youthforia, make sure you subscribe and keep on watching. So this video was inspired by actually going to work today. Oh my gosh, last night I stayed up because I was at a friend's house, and then I came home and I made sure I edited my video, because right now we're doing a 30-day challenge, doing 30 long form videos for the next 30 days. So I'm on my hustle, I'm in my grind. So I edited my video and it was like 1 a.m. I went to sleep pretty late, but I totally forgot to put my alarm to go to work this morning. I was supposed to be at work at 8. Next thing you know, my manager's calling me. It's like 8:40 and he's like, hello, are you coming in? And I was like, shit. And mind you, a little like background information. So I'm Cuban, I'm from the islands. We're already on island time. Like I'm already always late to work. Mind you, my late is like 10 minutes, tops 15 minutes. Like 5 to 15, I have that buffer. So they know that. So they didn't call me right away. They called me like after it was like already 8:30, and they're like, okay, maybe we should call her because she's usually not this late. But I felt really bad. I was like, fuck man, I forgot to put my alarm. That's unacceptable. Because it is Saturday and I got saved in the sense that it wasn't that busy at work. But imagine if it was. You know, it's my responsibility to show up at work on time enough to still get the job done. As a future business owner, I don't think I'm gonna be so focused on like time. What I would be focused on is the job getting done. So I was really upset with myself, and I went in right away and I talked to my manager, because shout out to Alex. If you ever watch any of my YouTube videos, he knows I fuck with him. I love Alex. I love him as a person. I love him as a manager. I think he's a great leader. And I had a conversation with him like, Alex, I know like, you know, we're cool and you're super flexible and like, you know, me and my shit, you let it slide a lot of the times. But first of all, I'm so sorry for being late today, taking accountability of that. And 2, like, do what you gotta do, man. Like, keep me accountable, because that was unacceptable. And he was like, oh no, like I respect you for that. Yeah, keep me accountable. And don't think that I'm gonna have some bad blood between you if you do what you gotta do. Because at the end of the day, it's just business, right? But that inspired me to create this video today about accountability and business ethics. Again, I'm creating this business from the ground up, this startup. And I feel like your business should definitely represent your values, your character, and what you're trying to create. And I think it's important to have that self-awareness, that self-reflection, and not take things personal like we talked in our last video, right? About books that we have read, like The Fourth Agreement. Like, don't take shit personal, because it's not. Being able to be unbiased is a gift. And it's a gift that is perfect for leaders. Leaders need to be as unbiased as possible, especially when you're running a business. And I hope in the future that I get to run a multi-million-dollar business with integrity, with business ethics, and a business that I am proud of to call my own, that showcases who I am as a person. Lately, I've been going into these little rabbit holes of like, you know, learning about business. I saw a video about Glossier and about how they've been kind of like dwindling. They were valued at $1 billion company, and then the stocks went down because they've been having a lot of internal problems. Glossier in their stores, the employees were giving complaints about like not being heard from management, about racism, about customers coming in and touching their hair. Like, and it's so funny because today someone came in, they're like, oh my gosh, I love your hair. And sometimes, you know who you are, they'll be like, can I touch it? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You know, I'm probably the only black person that's gonna be like, yeah, you can touch my hair. But regardless, but Glossier has been taking a few hits. Number one, they haven't been staying on brand, which their brand is to have clean beauty products and just clean makeup in general. Now they're going to like more pops of color, but it's like, hello, your people don't want that. We don't go to Glossier for pop of color. We go to ColourPop for a pop of color. And also the bad press from their employees and having a horrible experience in the company. Another company that I've been seeing a lot about is Monet. And of course, I've been learning more about like MLMs and like Ponzi schemes and all this stuff. So 10 out of 10, don't recommend. But a lot of people are leaving Monet because of the practices in the company and the reformulation of a lot of their products. And again, business ethics, not telling their customers. Making, I think, the number one thing when you fuck up, take accountability. Like, yes, some people may still hate you, but the people that really rock with you, not only as a business, but as the face of the business, when you take accountability, they're like, oh, okay, they owned up to it. They apologize sincerely. None of this like press, like as a leader, as a CEO, you need to be able to talk to the masses. You need to be a great spokesperson. I'm so thankful that I grew up Mormon and we had to speak every Sunday because baby put me up there. Like I have worked in the service industry for a long time and I always joke that I'm working on my bedside manner. Like knowing how to talk to people, knowing how to talk to your customers by telling them the truth. Because trust me, people will hate you so much more when you lie to them than when you come to them like, hey, we messed up. We are so sorry. We're not here to disappoint you. And I'm making this video because as I build this company, as I build this startup, I know we're gonna make mistakes because entrepreneurship is all about learning. It's all about trial and error. And I know that we're gonna make mistakes, but I just want you guys to keep me accountable. And you know, I'll always try to keep myself accountable as well. Like when we do make those mistakes, that we bring it to the forefront, that we can have a conversation about it, that we don't hide it underneath the rug. Like you as a customer and the consumer, there should be open dialogue and open communication and direction of like, you don't like something, tell us. We mess up, we tell you, hey, the last couple of bottles, we noticed a couple of complaints. The formulation is not what it needs to be. If you bought a bottle, send us back. We'll give you a refund. That's how you do business. That's how you do good business. I mean, I don't have a company yet, but again, that's what I see the best companies doing. One of the biggest scandals right now is, of course, Youthforia with that black paint as foundation. When you want to, especially in the game, you have to know what game you're in. Also in the video that we did before this, when we talked about 9 books I'm reading right now before I become a millionaire, one of the books in there is called 0 to 1. If this is the industry, for example, the makeup industry, you have to know that Fenty was 0 to 1. Fenty was the product, the foundation, the makeup line that came and had 40 shades that included women of my complexion and darker, much darker. That was never seen before. 0 to 1. No wonder Fenty's a $1 billion company. They filled in that gap. So when you're trying to compete in this kind of company, and especially using words like diversion and inclusion and all these things, you better put your money where your mouth is. And Youthforia didn't. And then when it did happen, because mind you, I can also believe that mistakes can happen in any part of a company. You know, as the CEO, I don't know the girl's name of Youthforia, you don't control technically a lot of the things because as the company grows bigger, you're not like in your face making sure that everything's working. Now you're at the top. Like it sometimes like kind of like playing telephone. Sometimes you start off with like, hello sis, and then you end up with like, bye girl. You know, like how did we get there? That is not what I said. And I feel like sometimes that happens in companies. But at the same time, as a CEO and as a business owner, you have to know that when everything goes right, it's your fault. But when everything goes fucked up, it's also your fault. And it's your face. And you have to take accountability. And I feel like, why is Youthforia still being canceled? Why the company might not survive this mistake? Because again, mistakes do happen in business. I think it's because they didn't take accountability. They should have been up, the CEO should have come up and been like, damn, we really thought that this product was going to be amazing for our users and for our customers. And of course, everything that we do here at Youthforia, we have you in mind. And I'm so sorry as the leader of this company that I have led us astray. Let us make it up to you. Bam! And then fucking make it up to them. You know what I mean? That's what they needed to do, but that's not what they did. Instead, they try to find loopholes and kind of dodge accountability, kind of sugarcoat it. Oh, well, it's not that bad. If your customers are saying it's that bad, baby, trust and believe it's that bad. So fix it. Kind of like the whole Balenciaga freaking campaign with the little teddy bears and the little sex workers. Like, what the heck? Like the straps and the kink. What the hell? But again, with that, we know what they were trying to do. By the way, again, I live in Florida. It's about to rain, but we're doing this video anyways. We're getting this work in. We're getting this work in. Day 7, baby. But I think accountability is really important. And also keeping your employees accountable. I feel like when you have that open dialogue and discussion as an employer and an employee, I feel like it's really important for your employees to know, like, what are the limits. At the end of the day, when it's a business, the business always comes first. And I think you can have that business comes first mentality, but still have a people way of leading, you know? Like, some people are late, you know? Hey, like, how can we avoid this? Is there a better time that we can do the meeting that works better for your schedule? Like, if people are in your team and you really want them to succeed in your company, like, how can we all work together to make the company a success? Because at the same time, the company has to come first. This is how everybody feeds their family here. And I can't pick and choose favorites. One of the things that I really love about myself is that my character stays consistent no matter what circumstances I'm in or no matter what place I am at. Like, I will treat the CEO just like I treat the janitor, just like I treat the freaking cleaner. I don't give a damn, you know? Like, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care who you think you are. Like, everybody deserves respect and everybody deserves to be treated with integrity. I think one of the other companies that come to mind is Kite Baby. Oh my gosh. When this story broke out, like, my co-host for the podcast, we were kind of like at odds because she's a mother of 4. I don't have any kids yet, but let me break down the story for you. So what happened was Kite Baby is this baby brand and they create amazing clothes for babies. And it's women owned and women run. Most of the workers, and it's still a small company, it's like maybe 10 employees, 15 employees, and most of them are women. What happened next? The story was one of their employees that was an in-house worker. She was in-store employee. I believe the story was one of the employees was having a baby via surrogate or adoption, and the baby came. And this meant that the baby and the mother would have to spend a lot of times in the NICU. So she needed to go to the NICU to take care of her baby, which is totally understandable. I feel like in business, you also have to remember we're humans. We're not running a business of robots, you know? Humanity is really important. And people that feel that you actually genuinely care for them, they will work much harder for you. So what happened was she had a certain amount of paid leave from the job that she used at the NICU, but she fastly realized that, hey, the baby's not a healthy baby. It's gonna be in the NICU more than we anticipated. The whatever amount of time, I think it was 10 weeks, it's not gonna be enough maternity leave for me to do what I need to do for my baby. So she brings it up to the company. The manager says, let me go talk to the CEO. Again, it's a small company. The CEO says, I need an in-house manager. Like, I need someone to be in the company, not work remotely. So the employee wanted to work remotely. The CEO said no, came down the pipeline, and they were like, hey, you can't work remotely. And she was like, well, my baby's still in the NICU. I need to work remotely. And they're like, well, we can't do that. So you have your leave of absence, but then after those paid 10 weeks or whatever, we can't pay you to be home with your baby respectfully because that's not your job. We need you to be in the store. And this story went viral because the girl made a video saying that her job won't let her work from home and that she has a baby in the NICU. First of all, if you know me, you know I hate victim mentality. It is no one's fault that your baby's in the NICU. It is not your employer's responsibility to pay you for you to be with your baby in the NICU. Shit happens. Life is hard. You know what I mean? If I got pregnant right now and I had to be in the NICU, I work in the service industry. What am I gonna do going to my employer and saying, hey, I need to be at home. I need you to pay me from home. He's gonna be like, Giselle, I'm so sorry. Maybe I can do like, I don't know, give you like 2 extra days, but hey, as a server, I need you in the store. Obviously, you know, like maybe I can give you some PTO, but besides that, I can't do much for you. You're gonna have to find another job. I'm not gonna go and be like, oh my gosh, this restaurant sucks. I can't believe they don't let me work from home. That's not a fucking option. So the story went viral, and then everybody from TikTok went to this, again, small business, women-owned company, and just started canceling. They're like, cancel Kite Baby, cancel them. Because what kind of a woman-ran business doesn't allow another woman to be in the NICU with her baby? If we go back to business, the business comes first. If I can't accommodate what you're asking, because you're asking me, but not even asking, now you're enforcing it. I cannot keep paying you to do a job that I don't need. I need a job in-house. That's what I need. You can't do that, or you refuse to do that, then you have to find a job that accommodates your new type of lifestyle. Whether it's you need to be a stay-at-home mom and still work from home, whatever it is, but you can't put that on your employer. So when the CEO came online again, I don't even know why people have like a PR, which I do understand why people have PR, because some people are not good spokesperson. But I feel like when we come up from a place of heart and genuinely care for our business, for our employers, like come and apologize. It's like, I'm so sorry, like that we couldn't accommodate what you were asking. I really needed this as a small business owner. I needed this type of person in my company. And I'm so sorry that your baby's in the NICU. But at the end of the day, I have a business to run. You know, so everybody went to the comments and everybody went to like cancel this poor lady. And then she made another, poor girl, she doesn't know nothing about social media, because they were ready to cancel her. She made another video, which that one was more genuinely her, like saying like, hey, like I really couldn't do it. And it just like baffles me that people were in her comments like canceling this small company and throwing their clothes away and saying boycotting Kate Baby and all these things, when they don't think the bigger picture. Again, the number one thing is the business. And I think, yes, taking accountability, if she would have come online and taken better accountability and kind of like, again, be transparent and explain the situation. If I have a 10, 15 employee business and I'm woman owned, black owned, very proud of that, and I have another 10 women, what if everybody gets fucking pregnant at the same time and everybody wants to work from home? Now what? Like the people that were canceling this small company didn't think about the other 14 women that were still working for this company, that now because you're canceling this company and boycotting it for no fucking reason, now they might lose their jobs too. Now these moms might have to go find another job too, and they're not able to provide for their family. So like these are things that the normal Joe doesn't think about, but that as a business leader and a business owner, you really have to think about, again, because if it's going great, it's your fault. And if it's going horribly wrong, it is also your fault. So I think taking accountability, especially when it comes to things happening in the business, with your product or anything like that, coming up, owning it, talking honestly to your people. It's like your customers. I think that's one of my favorite things right now as I start my startup, the Create app, is having a YouTube presence and already having like Instagram and a YouTube channel where I share like parts of my life, so people really know who I am as a person, and like it's not just this big honcho up in the top, you know what I mean? I have a heart, I have emotions, I'm just human just like you. Like things are moving 100 miles per hour in my mind as well, but when you know that it's not just someone money hungry, that like at the end of the day it's just business, I think that's one of the things that I really want to also include when I create my company, is like a severance package or a way that like the way that you get paid, maybe like $1 from your paycheck gets saved. So if you need a rainy day fund, because sometimes people don't save, you know, sometimes y'all can't be trusted with money, you know, but like having a rainy day fund, or like maybe like what happened during the pandemic, like a lot of companies had to let a lot of people go. It's just business. It's not personal. It's just business. That's why I always say, look out for you first. You gotta put you first, always. Even if you work for me, I would always want you to put you first. I would want you to negotiate. I would want you to fight for better pay. I would want you to spend more time with your family, figure out a way to live your very motherfucking best life. Because that's what I want for everybody. You work with me or not. Like, I feel like if we work together, we're a team. Thank you so much for your time. But if a better opportunity comes, go fucking get it. And never think that I'm gonna be like, oh, you can't leave. No, I would love the people that work for me to go on for better and greater things, you know? So, like, I know that when this app comes out, it's gonna spread like wildfire. And I just wanna be prepared in the best way possible. And I know I'm still gonna make mistakes, but you know what they say, money changes people. And I don't think money changes people. I just feel like money allows people to be more of who they already are. If you're an asshole, money's gonna give you the permission to be an even bigger asshole, because guess what? Baby, I got money. What you gonna do? You know? So I feel like if you are a good person, if you have good character, if you have good morals, and you take accountability and you bring all these aspects of you as a person into your business, there's no way in hell your business can fail. I'm so excited to go on this journey with you guys. I hope you like this video, and not just in business, but take accountability of your whole life. Take accountability of the things that you do, and sometimes the things that you don't even do, because sometimes it's not your fault, you know, but it is and will always be your responsibility to fix it. Like, your childhood trauma is not your fault, but it is your responsibility and your duty to do better. So when I have my kids, or you have your kids, you can show up the best version of yourself. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Ciao.